Welcome back. Welcome back.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back to Fax Plus Tax, episode 4.
Fax Plus Tax, yo.
You already know. Thanks everyone for liking, commenting, and subscribing to our YouTube channel and following us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Because we're gonna keep bringing more and more content for you. We just hoped you liked our previous episode, COVID Bay. It was a pretty good one. And if you're watching this right now, make sure to follow us down there. The link is gonna be below. And also like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're going to reintroduce ourselves again. My name is OB.
Ricardo.
Oh, God.
It's your boy CJ, a.k.a. my boy Young, a.k.a. your boy Young.
It's Toby here, Tobichi.
It's Rich, the older head.
Aha.
It's your boy Tsungi, aka TTT Breezy, aka Tsungi. Let's go.
Let's go. How's everyone doing, man? How you been? How you guys been? What you been up to?
Same quarantine, same.
Yeah, I feel like I get the same answer every time I ask that question, man.
Chilling, bro.
There's like nothing else to do these days, man.
You need to open up.
No hobbies? No hobbies, no nothing?
Hobbies? What?
You guys have no hobbies?
Okay.
You guys have hobbies? CJ, you know what a hobby is, bro?
No, hobby. No, my fault. I heard you. Listen, I'm just extra amped, people, because you know what? After last episode, I was shaking it, but we switched the settings. I got the headset, got better audio, got better.
We back.
We out here.
We out here.
Better like, yo, you have a ring light?
Young.
My boy Young Street.
Man's definitely caught the ring light. I can see it.
It's all white.
Don't worry, Sungi's got the Valentines light, bro.
You know what I'm saying? It's just
send the mood. Sungi, you really set the mood today, bro.
it's the month of love. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta keep the same energy and just keep the vibe. You know, how we thrive off the vibes. You know what I'm saying?
Vibes, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Vibration.
Did you find a site to send the gift?
Pardon? Sorry, you're breaking out there.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about that.
Were you able to send flowers to the girl you're talking about earlier on? That's what he's saying.
When was earlier on?
Guys have selective amnesia now. That's crazy.
Wow, guys just forgotten.
That's crazy.
So y'all just gonna make shit up. Make shit up.
Nah,
Wow.
How's she doing? Is she good?
You don't deny it like that?
When was Valentine's Day?
Yo, on a serious note, though, like
Already, bro.
for the mans in relationships and the mans that were in relationships, if you ever been one, did you guys always gift your significant others a Valentine's Day gift on Valentine's Day? Was it always a thing? Was it always something bought? You know what I'm saying?
If you want to avoid a fight, you better buy something. So I think it just shows that you care. You get me? You can't just let the day pass. And
Why should it be about avoiding a fight? Shouldn't it be about caring for the other person?
no, I just think it's one of those days that you don't have to, but like it's good if you show that you care about what you're in at the moment. You get me? So if you don't buy any gift, you don't do anything at all. If you don't make it special, it's not about the day being special itself. It's about you not giving a damn about what you're in. That means maybe she's just a side chick. You get me?
So what if? So based on that logic, what if I just like wake up and cook for her? You know, it's not a gift, but it's me showing effort and putting in effort.
Like what you said, it's not a gift, but you gave her your time. So you gave her a gift of time. You get me?
And I think ladies are gonna beg to differ because you can't wake up and cook for her, and chicks would accept that these days.
Yeah, some people will not accept that. Some people will take that.
But then, I'm trying to give her your time every day.
Exactly.
In the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
True, but then I guess. But okay, no, Toby, go.
Yeah, but that day should be different because it's gonna just be, I don't know, focused on her. I don't know why it's like that.
It's just like a celebration of love, maybe.
Basically.
Well, I think me personally, Valentine's Day is a pagan holiday, man-made. So sometimes, it depends. I don't know if it should be celebrated or not. I'm doing my research in it. In the past, I've obviously followed the day and
Saint Valentine.
Yeah, and it's always good to just give something, you know. Again, it's a special day. We all have busy days. It's a good day just to focus on each other. But in terms of like the gifts, I know obviously in my past I have given out gifts. But yeah, I think it's just something where it's between you and your partner. Maybe your partner doesn't like gifts. I know you guys will say most people like gifts, but you know, it just depends.
I had this one crazy Valentine's Day story though, like from like high school. Like the thing with Valentine and high school and boarding schools is that like if you didn't give your significant other a gift, you were almost seen as like a whack guy. Like you had to have the card ready, the flowers ready, the gift ready, all at the beginning of the term. And think about it, you're in a boarding school, so you gotta prepare from like 3 months before. You gotta have all these things ready. And so, and in boarding schools back where I come from, Nigeria, right? We were not allowed certain things, electronics and stuff. So you had to smuggle those things in, find a way to get them in. And like the common gifts people got were probably like perfume, cologne, chocolate, stuff like that. But these things were still called contraband. They were illegal. But people would find a way to like get it in. So like I did all of that one time. I even asked my mom to help me out with it.
Yeah, you did it for 6 years.
I even asked my mom to help me out with it. Like this one time I had this this girlfriend. And then I think I got her like some heels or something. They were like Michael Kors heels, bro. Like I back then like Michael Kors was like the shit. And like obviously, you know, man's like
Where did you buy it? Where did
I
you
didn't
see
buy
it?
it. I got it bought by a parent of one of my parents. So so now I basically have all the gifts ready. And the thing is, you had to like, it was crazy because you had to surprise your significant other. And surprising was like, you would put it in her locker in her classroom before she got back. And then she would open it and her friends are there like waiting and watching and like looking, you know what I'm saying? And then it would go like crazy. And like, I got like the most basic shit. Like I didn't think it was any like that deep. But that year
Oh,
I
you
got
got
heels.
heels.
It wasn't
That's not
literally.
basic.
From Michael Kors too,
That's not
bro.
basic.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
I don't
compared to what
know
other,
what the course
compared to
was.
what other mans were getting their girls, it was kind of
Wait,
basic.
so you got heels for a 14-year-old?
Yeah.
And that was like, you
Nah,
know, we were like,
nah. We were like, I
Oh,
think we were like
God.
15. I think we were like 15. We were like 15 at the time. We were
Oh,
15 at
Lord.
the time. And guess what, bro? Guess what happened, man? Like, this is why I'm like, women can be crazy sometimes, bro. Like, so like, I think I had talked to another chick like previously, like just like casually. It wasn't anything romantic. It was just a casual thing, and she was a friend of mine. But the one I was with kind of took it personally, and I didn't know this. I'd already gifted her that gift. Bruh, we're in this thing called study hall where everyone's studying. Next thing I know, I'm in my classroom studying with my boys. I just see her waltz into my class with the gift, heels,
With the heels. She's
everything.
wearing them. She's wearing it.
No, nigga, you can't wear that shit. She's like holding it. She's holding it, and next thing, as soon as I look up, I just hear Dineya. Like that's what he used to call me back in high school. I just hear Dineya, Dineya, your chick is here. Oh, next thing you know, she tosses the heels at me, whew, and all the gifts, everything at my face. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck's going on? And then I like this thing literally made like the school news. Like everyone was like, yo, like this is crazy. All because I talked to some other chick. So
So wait, what
we
happened?
reconciled and we were fine. But the thing was like that could be like going on to one of the topics I want to really talk about today. That could be like a red flag where a lady can be very like, you know, I wouldn't say possessive, but like super jealous. You know what I'm saying?
Just because you were having conversation with another chick.
Yeah, another chick she probably had a hunch that I was, you know, doing something with. So, you know, like sometimes do you guys tell me, do you guys think that that's a red flag? And tell me about like
First,
red
answer this
flags.
question.
Uh-huh.
First, answer this question. Were you doing something with the other chick?
No.
Huh.
I plead the fifth. Nah, but for real, nah, I was innocent.
Many
That's what
years
makes it
ago.
crazy. I was innocent. And you know you feel even better when you're innocent. So like I was, and that's why again we reconciled and sorted it out. But I'm asking y'all again, right? When it comes to red flags, what are your like examples of red flags in relationships or that you've seen and you've run away from? You know what I'm saying? Or you've seen and you know like she's just too fly. You don't want to go anywhere. Does anyone have an example?
Man, I ignore those.
You can't ignore them. Wait, you can't ignore them.
Man, become blind when they see red flags, bro.
Wait, but then are there any you've seen like after the fact, right? So after you've like then dated the person and then in the relationship,
Yeah.
once that honeymoon phase is done,
Yeah.
the punani ain't as sweet. Now you like now it's not just about the physicality and it's you're getting to know this person. Has there been like red flags then after the fact?
Who are you talking to?
Oh, Rich, remember said they ignore everyone that says they ignored them, right?
Yeah.
And they just like what obviously we all know what red flags are, right? So what would that be for you guys?
Well, I felt like, a serious red flag is somebody who acts like a parent in a relationship as opposed to like, your equal partners. So parent in the sense that, you tell your partner, you're not allowed to go here, you're not allowed to go there, you're not allowed to post this on social media, you're not allowed to, you know what I mean? It's not so much respecting their space or having even a conversation, it's automatically telling them what they can and can't do. Especially those who like, have their significant other locked up, chained up inside their own house, like making them homebodies essentially, where you can't go out with your boys anymore. And, or in the girls' case, girls can't go out with their girls anymore because your significant other is not possessive, where it's like, you can only see me and be with me 100% of the time. You can't go out with your boys, you can't blah, 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 blah. Like that stuff is a big turnoff to me. And that's a big red flag. You still need your space in relationships as well. Like you still want to go out with the boys, you still want to kick it, you know what I mean? So those sort of things, like that possessive shit where it's like you're no longer my girlfriend, you're like acting like my mom, like, or my parent, like that's not cool,
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. But what if you're like, okay, just to play devil's advocate, right? What if you're actually like wilding and you're just doing like mad drugs and it's like hurting your system? Like, and she's telling you like, yo, bro, chill. Like you can't be out here in the streets. Then chill out. Let me try. And she's trying to actually like guide you and like better you. Do you still see that?
Then it's not a red flag then.
Well,
not a red
Yeah,
flag.
exactly. That's not a red flag then.
Yeah, but Sunga, that also points to the quote like I think who said it? No, Rich, it was you that said it. The last pod, you were like, women. You always notice that women always try to save men. You know what I'm saying? So like at that point, like if a woman is babysitting a man or trying to save a man, he's no longer a man. He's a son at that point for her. You know what I'm saying? So like at that
But then
point.
that's the man, right?
And that's another quotation.
Yeah,
That's another quotation.
if she's if she's babysitting you, you're not a man, you're a son. You're her son, bro.
For sure. For sure.
Toby, you wanted to say something? You don't
About what?
believe? You don't think that some women try and
No, I
save
don't
men?
think so. I think that when women first get in relationships, right? When the relationship is fresh, it's new, and they're in love or they're in lust or one of those things, they really care and all that stuff. But once they stop, like I don't think a woman's gonna just stay there and try to save a man just for the sake of saving him. I don't think women do that. I think like once they're done, once something is not working in their favor anymore, they did.
But I think that's what to Richard's point, right? It was to Richard. Richard, that's his point. To, to Richard's point, they I guess they stay that stage of like staying in love for them it's longer, right? So then that's why it leads to them trying to save you because they still care about you and they still love you. So that's why they're trying to save you. And then obviously for maybe some guys they can fall out quicker or yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, they're still gonna. It's still gonna be a point where they're gonna either say, okay, I can't save this guy, or they're just gonna dip.
Do you think, I'm gonna ask you guys something. Do you guys think that women line up men before they leave? Do you think
Yeah,
they
let me
have
tell
a
you
second
something about that. Let me tell you something about that point right there. That's a great question. Because women, normally they're different from us, right? with us, we might be talking to 5
This is your
chicks.
opinion, huh?
No, listen, no, listen, and you relate. Trust me. We might be talking to 5 women prior to finding that one. We think, cool, let me get in a relationship with her. We get in a relationship with her, we automatically drop the rest, the 4, the 5. We kind of drop them because it's hard for us to juggle all of that pee. That's why men get caught cheating like this. But women, women will put those niggas on pause. You know how you pause your accounts that you don't want to cancel, but you have subscription for. They pause like 10 accounts. They have subscription for them loading. As soon as that relationship ends, I think it's called monkey branching. As soon as that relationship ends, yeah.
Yo, careful, man. This guy's about to lose all his female followers.
No. It's facts, like, bro. Don't worry about it. It's facts. As soon as that relationship ends, if it doesn't work out, they have shit to fall back on, and it's not always stuff they want to fall back on for another relationship. It's just like a rebound guy, just to keep shit going. But then again, like, guys, it's way easier for a female to talk to mandems because mandems are just thirsty. It's way easier.
And I think it's also just because
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say like the reason why they can keep men on the side and us guys can't keep women just waiting for us because men are just there waiting. You get me? A man, like a guy, could be her friend for years, right? She throws the man a bone and he's he's alive. You get me? He's there, you know. So like guys are always ready. That's why it's so easy for them. It's way easier for them to like have guys on the side. So then again, I was gonna ask the same question you answered. So you think they have guys waiting after they break up? What do you think, Richo?
Ricardo.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
Don't form like you can't hear your name.
No, listen, I thought you were talking about underage. That's a complicated one, man. I was really just thinking about it, like in general, like it's not for all females, it's not for all males. It's like everyone can have their own
Politics. I was waiting for the politics. Rich, when are you gonna announce you're running for president? Let me know.
I just feel like it's not the same for everyone. But I do get what Toby's point in terms of like, yeah, I guess it's like supply and demand where it's like there's more guys who are willing to do that job of like, yo, I'm gonna wait until you're done and then I'll hop on.
Yeah, but
whereas
okay, keep going.
But I don't think guys wait. I think it's more like they're ready for the opportunity.
Yeah.
Rather than waiting.
In better words.
Guys
no, but I think
ready.
that's also just because like guys are like the strikers, right? So we go out and we like go for the girls. We're trying to score the goal. We're trying to get the thing. We're trying to constantly approaching women, right? And it's our basically societal job. Obviously nowadays there's women strikers as well that spin guys around, but traditionally obviously it's guys that are going towards girls, and then guys are always going to. So if your girl's in a relationship, guys are always going to be approaching her, right? They're going to be trying to like hit on her. She'll obviously now have to be the girls are the defenders. So they're trying to defend consistently. So it's easier for them to have someone waiting because someone's always hitting on them or someone's waiting. You know what I mean? Like it's the guy's job to go. Whereas for us, if we've now chosen, okay, this is the girl I'm going to be with, we probably then are not going to be attacking and you're not striking. So you have nothing lined up basically, right? I think that's also part of it where it just depends for the girl. If she's hot, she can't help that there's guys already waited hit it in her DMs, and then when you break up, she just answers one of them, and next thing you know, she's in another
situationship.
That's true.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay, but then have you guys ever seen it or experienced it where that the next guy is someone she told you not to worry about?
Oh yeah. Let me have experienced that one.
It's like the best homie.
Have experienced that
Don't worry
one.
about that guy.
Yeah, she told you don't worry about this man. The next thing you know, they're out here in the street.
Bro, I haven't.
But she's not lying. She's not lying though.
He's my best friend. He's my best friend.
She has time.
The crazy thing about all that stuff is that it's like it happens like 50-60% of the time, and like it depends on you who you are, right? If you're willing to go and search for that information, you're gonna find what you're looking for. You can,
Yeah.
So like if you're done with that relationship, you're done. You move on. You don't even care about that, like what that person is doing. You won't care. But the moment you start to now look for stuff like how's my ex doing? You know, guys like to check up on their exes. The more you check up, you find what you're looking for, guy. I'm telling you, it's like
Who does that more? You think guys are checking up on their exes more, or girls are checking up, or is it like
that's a hard one.
Yeah, it depends on the person.
Depends, right?
It depends on the person
yeah?
and the situation
Yeah.
too.
So
The person that's more hurt for sure, we go
Yeah.
will go back to be the guy or the girl.
what if they're both hurt, man? You never know, man.
Then they both check. I doubt it. I doubt both of you. They won't
Nah,
both
nah,
be
nah,
hurt.
nah.
That
No,
means they would have stayed together.
very
No.
possible that like they're both hurt. You guys don't
Nah,
believe
yeah.
that a relationship can end and two people are hurt.
Of course, yeah.
One is
Okay,
hurt
I hear
more.
what you're saying, but it's one is hurt more. Exactly
Yeah.
what you were saying.
Nah,
One is
man.
hurt
One
more.
is hurt
There's
more.
no such thing as the hurt scale where you now measure.
Yeah, how can it be hurt more? I
Yeah,
don't
you know what I'm
understand.
saying. Once you're hurt, you're hurt,
Exactly.
bro.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree.
See ya.
No, but
See ya.
Okay, hold on.
See,
hold on.
if
So-
you're rich,
so
if
you're
you
saying
feel
that-
an ounce of hurt, you're hurt. You know what I'm saying? If you're not hurt, you're
Nah.
not hurt.
there's
okay.
correct, but then there's an ounce of hurt, and there's like I'm about to run off a cliff.
Yeah.
Still
That's
hurt.
different.
In my opinion, still
No,
hurt.
no, no.
They're not the same.
Is that
Not the
on how
same.
much you're hurt, or is that just like how you handle shit? So if I'm hurt and you're hurt, I'm not gonna go run off a cliff.
Mhm.
I'm probably gonna hang out with boys
Yeah.
and play FIFA and distract myself with other things. That's my way of dealing with
Makes
it.
sense.
Or whereas your way of dealing with it could be something different.
Facts.
Yeah.
No, but I think definitely there's scales to it, bro. Because
There's definitely
because
skills.
some guys can be hurt. Like, let's say you break up with a girl, the guy breaks up with the girl, right? Let's say the girl is hurt because she didn't see it coming, so she's not hurt because her whole world is now like shattered, right? Then the guy can be hurt because now he's like, shit, I didn't know COVID was gonna happen. Now I'm quarantine lockdown. I don't have food and unlock. I have nothing. So he could be hurt just because he's not getting like maybe like his physical needs or like, but then he doesn't like her anymore. But I had a good thing. Why did I ruin it? He could be hurt for that. You know what I mean? Just with where it's not like I'm gonna end my life, but then he's still hurt. And then the chick could actually be hurt about the serious stuff, right? Or someone could actually, like Rich was saying, someone could be like, okay, I based my whole life, I moved 3 years to 3 fucking cities for this person, and it's done. And then this guy could just be like hurt for like, okay, man, I liked her, but I know she's not good for me, so I'm gonna move on, and I'm fine with moving on, right? So there is a scale to it.
There's a scale, yes. But the thing he asked, I think he asked, no, not that he asked, he said one person is always hurt while the other person is good. I'm like, you can
No one said that. No one said that.
Hurt more.
Yeah.
No one said
They're
that.
gonna feel it more. Someone's
Alright.
definitely gonna feel it more.
All right, cool.
You guys,
We
so
can-
what? I don't know about. You guys don't think there can be a mutual level of hurt on both ends?
There can be.
They can. No, they can.
And
They can.
you guys said nah, right?
It doesn't have to be
No,
one.
we
It doesn't
said
have to be one over the other. I think you can have like say like I don't know. You guys, two people just grow apart, not necessarily because one did the other dirty. Two people just grow apart. They've been together for 7, 10 plus years, and it's not the same anymore. But you've been together for so long, you've had that longevity, and you guys separate. You guys can both be hurt on an equal scale. Like, why does one have to be like, oh, dude's hurt more than she, or she's hurt more than dude? Like it could be on an equal.
You know why? Because guys, people,
There's both.
yeah.
It could be all of those things.
You know why though? Why we're even having discussion is because like people take breakups as a competition. You know what I'm saying? Like in general, in terms of like they want to see who's doing better later on. A lot of the times people take breakups as competition. Like if you're checking up on people, they want to see that's the nigga she ended up with? Shit. Like you know what I'm saying? Is that the dude this guy ended up with? Okay, yeah.
Me personally, after the breakup, I didn't give a fuck, man. I didn't care about.
No, I'm talking about you, and I'm not talking about you, but I'm saying the more general.
No, not everyone wants a competition. Some people just want to cut that shit off.
No, true. Those type of people.
Memory, bro.
Okay, so let's take
Some people just don't want any. What?
let's take it to the next level.
Mhm.
Has everyone on here been hurt before, like through a breakup?
This is a vulnerable podcast.
Yeah, it's the month of life.
Be vulnerable.
On the podcast.
No,
No,
you know
but
what?
you don't have to go into detail. But as everyone obviously
Here's
through
the
like,
thing. I think we're all old enough now to have experienced relationships of some sort. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
oh yeah,
so and like,
Oh, some of us still haven't. Some I don't want to say names.
oh,
But
geez.
some mans are born in the street.
They might die.
They will die in the street.
That is blue.
How about CJ? What are you saying? CJ, what are you saying?
No. I was just gonna say, like, aside from niggas who belong to the streets, like, us here, we're all good youths. So we've all been in relationships. We've all had relations of some sort. We've all felt a way. Like, none of us are robots here in this pod. You know what I mean? So we know how to love too. So we've definitely been, at this stage in our lives, we've been hurt before, for sure. And like, that's normal. And I feel like that it's actually important. Like, no one wants to get hurt at the end of the day, but like I think it's important to go through to experience that side of it, because it helps build your character as a man. You know what I mean? 100%. It builds character.
Yeah, and that's why I brought it up, because I think it's like a stigma, sometimes. It's like, and again, some people will start forming, I don't care, I don't, like what Toby just did, but then Toby might really have meant it, but like some people,
no,
I don't care, but if you're hurting, take your time.
Let me say my piece. I already said, I admitted I was hurt. That was, I told you guys already, I went through the breakup, all that stuff, right? You were hurt, but you guys are talking about after you want to stalk. It's really bad for your health if you start stalking. So what I recommended is you cut off everything at all. You can still hurt. You can be crying in your bed. You can be down bad, but like continuing to check up and all that stuff and seeing what's going on, that's only gonna make it
Mind
worse.
you, though, that's easier said than done.
Cut it off.
That's easier said than done, mind you. Some people really be feeling away. You know what I mean?
And for all my niggas going through a breakup right now, just know that we are here for you. We got you.
You know what I'm saying? Salute, man.
But there's also the flip side.
Yeah.
There's also the flip side of diving into your work. You know what I mean? Diving into whatever passion.
That's also easy to say, Rich.
And some people can. Some people they can actually get distracted by that.
Yeah.
Or they can say, you know what? The flip side, I can't even work. I can't even do this. I can't even do that. Right.
So
yeah.
It just depends on how you're taking it. So just like how Ricardo
said. While we're talking about breakups, right? Since we're talking about breakups, guys, do you guys believe in the term "let's take a break" in a relationship?
Let me say something. It depends on the person you're in a relationship with. Some people, if you take a break with them, it's done. To be honest, they will be out in the streets. They will not be able to wait for you. You get me? And it also depends on why you're taking a break. It depends on why you're taking a break. If you man's on long distance and it's becoming too hard to communicate, and you both agree that okay, let's stay away for some time, it might work. It might not work. That's what I'm saying. It depends on the person and the situation, right? But for me, it depends on the person and the situation. So I can't say a break is good.
It depends on the person.
I can't say a break
for me,
is good.
It depends on the
I
person.
can't say a break is bad. You get me? So it's up to you to decide, to be honest. It depends why you're taking a break. If you might be taking a break because someone cheated.
I was laughing.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Anyways,
I agree. You know what I'm saying? For me, it depends on the person and the situation. So it depends.
Y'all giving the same answers. That's BS. That's plagiarism.
No. It depends on the person and the situation.
Change your answer, Sungay.
But
Because I agree with it too.
Yeah. No, I think for real, like, it just depends why you're actually breaking up. If you're breaking up,
Is there okay? Sorry, Sungay. Is there anything Ricardo doesn't agree with?
But I do agree with it. I disagree with the previous point, but this one I actually do agree. But that's when I finish.
Yeah, sorry, Sungay.
No, I'm just saying, like, obviously, if you broke up because someone cheated, you never know. Maybe that person would take your place. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's up to you to just be prepared. It's good. I believe in breaks. I think they can work if you're doing it for the right reason. But as long as you're prepared to know as well, you might lose that person, right? And then you have no one to blame but yourself. Especially if you're the person like suggesting the break, right? You can then now be hoping that the person's gonna wait for you or like not actually action anything, right? So yeah, it just depends on the person and the situation.
To follow up on Toby's point, I think it just feel about the person and the situation. I feel like it's a scenario.
That's gonna be the title of this podcast.
You know, I just think it's a scenario as well. It's like you guys are going on break. And like, what are the rules of this break? Is it like, okay, it's like to each their own,
Yeah,
do what you
yeah,
want. Let's not talk
yeah,
for a week
yeah.
and come back and we can see where we are. Or is it like, yo, let's take a break from like each other, but like don't go out wilding and start doing crazy shit. Like you still come back and there's always reasons for a break, right?
Wait,
So we said
what
you can do it for a
wilding and
week,
crazy shit? Well, like an example. What's wilding?
like going and cheating and like hooking up with other people, or like
But
going to do
wait.
that.
If you go on a break, you can't be there setting rules. Like
You
can't
have
be
to.
saying,
You
"Oh,
kind
you're
of
not
have
allowed
to.
to." You,
You kind of
the
You can
person,
have boundaries.
you
can
no,
just
the
say,
person. If you go on a break, then you should. If the person chooses to go do that on their own free will, you get me? Then you understand what's going on, right? If they do and they don't tell you what happens, then you're
Listen.
the fool too. But like,
Listen,
you can't be setting.
you can discuss the boundaries first. If that person chooses to go out and the boundaries are, yo, we can go and do what you want.
Do whatever you
But do what
want.
you want. The boundaries are, listen, don't go out and cheat or do anything.
The important
And if
thing
you
is that
decide to go out and cheat
yeah.
or do things, then obviously there's more stuff to discuss. But I just feel like there's more to it. We can discuss this before going on that break and
The
see.
important thing you
how
said
it-
was that you discuss it first. My opinion with breaks is that they're BS, they're bullshit, they're facade.
Agreed.
They're facade for niggas to go do what the fuck they want to do or people to do what they want to do.
Agreed.
Like you can set all the fucking rules you want to set, bro. Like shit's gonna get broken. The moment she tells you or he tells you, yo, let's take a break, nigga, focus on yourself.
Oh yeah, let me even tell you guys. Yeah, I got told let's take a break, and
Tell me,
it was
hold
just
on,
a pass.
you guys, like, yo, you guys are all listening right now. Tell me a break you took, you came back from 100% great, and
Never happened.
But obviously, it will never happen to
I heard a break.
because
I heard one
I mean, it's possible. I think maybe when guys are more mature, like when
yo,
you
we're
and the person
fucking,
with-
we're beyond mature, bro. Come on,
no, but I haven't taken a break.
we're not 30, 40 years old now, man.
I'm mature, yeah.
bro. I'm telling you right now, if we take a break on this podcast, we're never coming back.
It depends on the rules.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Depends on the rules. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's the rules? Are we allowed to
That's
go to other podcasts?
for this breakup.
It depends on the person.
No, but for real, like, I think it's BS. Like, Rich and CJ, what do you guys think? Because I didn't hear from you guys.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not a fan of breaks, bro. Like once there's a break, then it's like you might as well just call it quits. That's the way I see it. Especially like younger relationships. I don't know, like maybe different when you have a family and shit, and like those like parents and shit, whatever. Like you're an older head, you're like 40 plus. You can take those mature breaks. I see that happening, but at our age and younger, man, like legit, like you said, bro, just focus on yourself, king. Like for real. And vice versa, bro. Even for these females, bro. These females you'd be dumb not to think that your nigga's not gonna go out and fuck around. You know what I mean? Like some people, like, you know, guys and girls, like they'd be taking that as an opportunity to explore. And sometimes like it might be good. Like you want to go explore, you want to go see other shit. And like for some people that works, you know, like you take a break, you go hook up with somebody else and say like, oh no, I'm not feeling it, and go back to your partner. But for me, like, bro, once you do that, once you cross those boundaries and you do go hook up with somebody else, or you get physical and you get all like, nah, you don't come back to me after that. Like, I'm not having that. To be honest,
Don't come back. You've been in the you smell of the streets, bro.
yeah, nah, it's not one of those.
No, you're right. That's why I'm like, just know yourself, man, and like know yourself and be prepared for the worst, bro. Because then if the break happens, then and she does move on, you better be able to take that.
But a lot of people can't handle that shit, though.
No, but so don't take the break. When the break is suggested, say, hey, either we
Say,
stay
hey.
together or we break up for real. Like
Don't
that,
Yeah, but I need to take it literally. Like that. Like who says like, okay, we're gonna get back together in 2 years or a month or a week? Like you know what I mean? You just take it as a break and that's it. It's a break. Instead of having a break be like, oh, it's a short term break. No, just have it be a permanent break.
Sure.
And then if you guys get back together, because like older couples as well, they have breaks, right? They call them breaks, and they get.
Yeah,
back
one
together.
time a chick. Yeah.
So it's possible to have
Yeah.
a break, but it's not in the sense of like, oh, we're gonna get back together. No, it's there could be a break. In
Yo,
a
one
relationship,
time a chick told me, let's go on a break. This was like in 2015.
Still waiting. Still waiting, bro.
I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting, bro. It's been 5 years. I'm waiting, bro. I'm still waiting, man. It's been 5 years, man. So that shit, and if she hits you with one of those, nigga, focusing.
Yeah, what if she links you now? What if she links you now? What are you gonna do?
You'll be down.
You'll be there.
No, I'll entertain the P, but I ain't getting back into that relationship. You get me? You can have a little fun, shindig.
The fact that you even said you entertain it means that they can drag you back, man.
Yeah.
No. I can't be dragged back.
Uh,
There's a reason why I'm called King
Wait,
right
Toby, you haven't been entertained by something like that?
Me?
now. Yeah, answer the question.
By a throwback.
See, I don't understand how that's a throwback if it's going forward. You know what I'm saying?
Bad throwback.
No, so see, you throw it, yeah, and you now reel it back. You get me? That's what they're doing to you. They're fishing you back from the deep water.
Great that you guys had a lot to share about that breaks and stuff. But personally, I think it's it's a whole lot of BS. It's like an escape. You come across a lot of women in Toronto because I know we're all in. Some of us are in the streets, right?
Not for the past 6 months.
Some of us.
Okay.
You come across a lot of women who are like who you think might be damaged. When I say damaged, I mean like they've gone through a lot of shit in their previous relationship or the past one, and they keep bringing it up every time you're all together. Like you've heard about it. You know what I'm saying? So like it's almost like pressure for you not to fuck up like the prior person fucked up. Do you get me?
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Or do you think that's
Okay, I think. Yeah, who was that?
I know personally I haven't, but what I'm gonna say is, if you meet a woman like that, you get me. If the woman is really that messed up, it's usually the man cheating, no. So unless you are a dog and you know you're gonna cheat, like, why would you stay there and entertain that kind of pressure and that type of noise? You bounce, no?
Now I feel like
I
every
don't
woman
think.
has different types of baggage. Like,
Yeah.
it's not only cheating. Like, people can come with like abuse. You never know. It's baggage. It can be anything.
Yeah, it could be different.
I feel like it's
That's
up to
what I'm saying.
you.
It can't be the only just the last man. There's some people, some
Yeah,
women that can be
even you guys before.
family matters.
Yeah.
actually no? That's a better way to phrase it. Do you come across a lot of girls with baggage?
But I think it's. Oh, sorry, Ricardo. Go on.
I was just saying. I feel like with baggage, it's like you have to decide in the beginning. Like, or not in the beginning. Or she won't tell you in the beginning, but she'll tell you as you guys, are getting serious. Then it's up to you to decide whether she's worth, I guess, taking all that baggage, or whether you can handle yourself that baggage, or willing to go into this situationship, relationship, whatever it is you're going into with that baggage.
What is
Okay,
Okay,
baggage?
so one more
But-
thing. One more thing though. I was gonna even say, you guys are saying baggage. If she has baggage, what about your baggage?
that's
Can she handle yours?
That's how I
Exactly.
like. I think it's
Both
also.
ways.
I think it's not just the women, right? It's like everyone. I think it's both men and female. Not male,
Yeah, man.
men and
Boss. What did you just say?
and women, right? That both have like obviously trauma, and I think it's just our generation, bro. Like I think just the shit that everyone's gone through, and like what we're exposed to, like social media pressures, like mental health is big, so people actually realizing that they have such specific issues, and I think the increased drug use as well. I think it's just the whole like both sides, like both male and women. So there is an increase in that in general. So you're bound as a guy, if you're into women and you're going for women, you're bound to see that increase, right? For me, I have seen that like with women, like obviously that are like that. And again, like what Ricardo said, I think it just depends on how much you're willing to take and if you can even handle that, right? Some people can't, especially with your own traumas. You might not be able to take on someone else's, and at that point, you might want to fix yourself first and get stronger, or just walk away, right? And then again, for the women as well, she might not want to take on your baggage because she has her own shit that she's dealing with, right? So I think it is there. I think for everyone in our generations, not only from pressure from our family and society and social media pressures, but I feel like again, it's everyone's choice to walk away and decide what they can handle, right? And because it's always great as well. If you can't handle it, it's great if you can support your loved one and help them get through it and like be that rock for them. But then if you can't, then don't just waste the time and like lead on.
Great. Anyone else want to chime
True.
in?
So basically, everyone comes with baggage. That's what you're
Everyone
saying.
does.
Yeah, because
See, okay, yeah, you can
no,
talk.
because your question is if there is if you've come across,
If
right? So
you
I'm
come
saying I
across,
feel like there is an increase, but as in our generation as a whole, so both sides, and then yeah, so definitely I have come across that, but I think it goes both ways, and everyone has it.
that's
But
great.
but in the 21st century now though, is it more difficult to be in relationships now? You think? Is it like was it more straightforward, say in our folks
100%.
generation?
100%,
When
100%.
until our grandpa wasn't seeing
150%.
ass that was 3 miles away.
Should I tell you why?
No,
Too
hold on.
much
I want to hear.
reach
Let's hear
that
Rich.
we
Let's hear Rich.
have.
Rich has something to say. Go on, Rich.
Yeah, there's way too much reach in terms of like what you can try and, like get, right? There's Hinge, there's Tinder,
Social media in general.
there's more, there's a lot more.
Yo, he's
There's a
like, I
lot
don't
more
know
out
what
there.
that
There's a lot more out there, so you can just reach anyone at any point in time, right? So it's not like as if you have one option. Before, back in the 40s, it was, you know, everyone that you went to high school with, you pick one. That's it. So it's just different.
Bro, grandparents didn't even go to high school. That's whoever's in the village at that point in time was free, and that's it. And he wasn't. I'm sure my grandpa wasn't seeing ass that was 10 miles away that he could still get. It's like you just limited to what was right there. So the temptation I think was also like less.
I think
100%.
And also don't forget how people dress nowadays. Like we are more sexualized.
it's harder. You know why? You know why? You know why, CJ?
Why?
Because, like, think about it. You're in a relationship with a woman, right? Back in the day, there was no cell phones, there was no internet, there was nothing. You would be married to a woman, you would go to work. She cannot contact you. I think Chris Rock talked about this in his comedy episode or whatever. She can't contact you, so like the whole time, there's that mystery. When you come back home, there's shit to talk about. Now you're in a relationship with a chick. Y'all are literally texting all the time. When you start off, I'm not talking about later on. When you start off, you're texting. You know every single bit about this person's day, what they're gonna do at 12:30, 1 p.m. You have their fucking schedule. So like when you now get together with each other to actually speak, sometimes there's nothing to fucking talk about because you've talked about everything. And
Yeah,
then
that
it's
brought
like
up a whole bunch of questions in
then
my
it's
head.
like
So,
then it's like, bro, like what are we doing? Like sometimes you can sit in silence.
so
The relationship is no longer as interesting as it used to
yeah.
be.
So based on what you're saying, can I ask another question that might create a bit of controversy? So back then, if you had no lines of communication and whatever, the wife can't talk to the husband during the day, and she doesn't know exactly what he's up to at every minute of the day because there's no lines of communication like that with no phone, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Is it easier to be loyal back then, or easier to cheat back then?
Way easier to cheat. Are you crazy?
Or do you
So
think
how
How's
come,
she
how
gonna
come
how's she
relationships,
gonna
how come, if
screenshot
it's
those?
easier to cheat,
How's she
how
gonna
come relationships
But were
last
people
longer
more
back then?
loyal back then, or were they more tempted to cheat
Well,
back then? Then, if that's the case,
I think the rate of cheating is the same, maybe even higher,
now,
but they're just getting caught. You see. Let me liken it to something that's
Yeah.
kind of deep. This is dark humor, right? So in the back in the day, niggas were still getting killed by police, but now it's getting taped on camera. So it's the same shit. Like black guys were still getting killed, but it wasn't being taped back then. But now it's being taped every 2 seconds, so now you can see it.
so what
You
you're
can
saying
see,
is people are cheating just as much back then, but just not getting caught.
of
Sort of.
course not. We're not because how you
I agree with that one.
gonna
Yeah.
I think it was less because people were a whole lot more religious back then. So I think if it did have an effect on your way of thinking, you would have cheated
So why
less, or
that's
you wouldn't
BS
have.
because bro, you have Catholic church priests fucking around
Yeah.
with kids. What do you mean by
Yeah. I think
being
people
religious?
religion doesn't people don't care about religion.
Yeah,
Still
yeah.
do it.
Obviously, there's always gonna people that it doesn't affect them in any way, even people in the church. But I'm saying some people will feel like I think because of the way we live, they say this is bad, or let's say women are they weren't clubs or anything. There's not a place you can go meet a woman. The same way the man goes to work, you get me? He could cheat with the women at his workplace, but there's no place for him to go to go to a bar and now cheat, or go to a nightclub or a strip club. He can't really find that around him. You get me? So maybe he didn't cheat that much because you didn't facilitate him to cheat. That's what I'm saying. I think if the people cheat more now, it's easier. It's way easier. Like Rich said, there's so many places to meet people. meet fresh people that you never see again.
Yeah, I guess we'll never know. Like, it wasn't like a stat that was documented back then, and it's not a stat that's documented right now. But yeah,
I want to ask one last.
huh?
I want to ask one last
Yeah,
question.
let's hear it.
So, I don't know how to phrase this, but like all mans here know that. Like, let's say you go out for a night, yeah, you smash a thing on the first night, right? It's happened before, and because of the way we're engineered and the way we think, you think that because you smashed the girl the first night, that she's probably just a hoe and she's loose. But what if you missed out on your soulmate?
Ha! See, that one.
Because it was too easy. Because let me say another point. Because when guys especially get what they want too quick, they lose interest, right? Like, let's say the girl is beautiful, she's all this, she's all that, and you smash on the first night you tried. Let's say you took out for a date. The first time two of you spend time alone, the first time you've known each other for maybe a week, and you smash. Are you guys gonna wife that girl?
See, that's true.
I think if that's your soulmate, it's what you say, then you wouldn't lose interest in that first night.
Yeah.
Obviously, there'll be some type of connection you want to continue.
I think.
Somebody used to be like, the next day,
You're not gonna think bad of her. You're not gonna think bad of her at all.
no, that would be in your head. Like, it'll be something you think about, but like, if the connection is there, as you said, soulmate in this case, or even not, but like the connection is there, you're gonna want to see that person more often. So go ahead.
I know.
Actually, wait, I don't think you're telling the truth, because I think after a man gets nut, yeah, he's not really thinking about much else. Like, what's gonna make you go back? Because you don't know her. You don't know her that much. You get me? You don't know her personality that much. All you've done is smash, and you've gotten the main thing you wanted at that point. Because when you start the attraction, it's all.
Can we answer the question?
Like, if you've done that, I'm sure you got them spoken, and like there was a period of time you're trying to get to know each other, right? Until that happened. I'm saying this is like a quick thing. No, this is a quick one. This is like a one night stand, bro.
See, this is what I think. I think personally, if that happened and you smashed and you felt she was too easy and you dipped, but she's your soulmate, I think the fact that if she's your soulmate, yours paths will align again and you would find each other again.
Personally,
If not your soulmate, your paths will not align. Simple as that.
personally, I think it depends on the person and the situation. The person and the situation.
Fact.
That's what I think.
Well, I guess we're gonna wrap it up. It's been a great episode. We've talked about a lot of things, and we hope you've enjoyed it. And we hope you keep coming back for more. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on anything you agree or disagree with. We'll be right there in the comment section to reply to y'all. Make sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all the goddamn social media that you have on your phone. What's the new shit, like Clubhouse? We're gonna be on Clubhouse soon, so get ready for that. And we hope to see you.
Let us know what you think.
Huh?
Also, if you have anything you want
Let us
to
know what
talk
you
about,
think, man. Like on any single opinion, any single topic we talked about. Let us know what you think. We're gonna hit you back, and we're gonna be mad active on Instagram on the story. So just let us know what's up. Once again, thank you for listening. This has been Fax Plus Tax.